Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion slash theory video. Today, we're going to be talking about something that, if this turns out to be true, I think it's going to be another major reveal and another break the internet moment for the Dragon Ball fandom. Of course, before I get into it, I have to say I'm not really sure that this is what's going to happen. I just have always had this head-scratching thing ever since someone pointed out the visual that's on the screen right now, and also that last trailer that we got for Dragon Ball Super Broly, the movie coming out at the end of this year and early next year for the dubs. And really, that's the thing that I keep trying to focus on is, why is Frieza in this movie? I understand that Frieza is going to play a major part in the flashback scenes and how Planet Vegeta got destroyed and maybe how Broly and Paragus got off the planet and all this other stuff, but why is Frieza sitting around fighting Broly on Earth? Because one of the things the trailer did show us is that yes, they are on Earth this time, because one of the shots that we see is a Dragon Ball falling down this cliff, and it seems like it's in the same frozen tundra as it always has been in all the marketing material. So I'm just going to go off that theory that yes, they're on Earth. Why is Frieza on Earth, and why is he seemingly with Broly and Paragus? And especially, why is his ship different? Okay, that's just a design thing, but maybe let's get into it. So one of the things I'm always curious about is if Frieza's working with a Saiyan, has he gotten over his prejudice with the Saiyans? Because at least from the dialogue we get with the trailers, it doesn't really seem like Frieza ever thought Broly, if he's working with him, is actually that much of a threat to him. In fact, Vegeta also says that while Broly might be strong, he is actually learning and gaining strength during the fight, like all the other villains in Dragon Ball Super. So it doesn't make sense that Frieza would have used Broly as some kind of a trump card to go down to Earth to fight Goku and Vegeta, because at least as far as he's aware, he should know that Goku and Vegeta are also very strong, and even if he was to take out Goku and Vegeta, he would still have to deal with Beerus and Whis and all the other people from the multiverse that he dealt with in the Tournament of Power. So yeah, it's always been like a head scratcher. Why would Frieza be working with Paragus and Broly, and what would be everybody's endgame there? Does Paragus like Frieza? Is he tricking Frieza? Why would Frieza fall for this after all of the time that he spent with Saiyans and how much he hates them over the last couple decades, really, of this story? So what if it's not Frieza? What if the reason it's a different looking Frieza ship and all these people who are seemingly Frieza Force soldiers are all different looking and with seemingly different old school armor is because it's not Frieza at all, it's actually cooler, and they're trying to give us this last ditch or last kind of twist in the story that they're probably going to hold secret until the movie actually comes out. And this is Toriyama's not only reinterpretation of Broly himself, but also of Cooler, and that's one of the reasons that Frieza is going to come down to Earth. What if during all of his absence throughout Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, Frieza's now come back into power, and his brother, who was trying to regain the power of the Frieza Force or take over in his brother and father's stead, is now very mad about this. He came across these two Saiyans and he made a pact with them because he knows, because Saiyans actually took out his brother, they're very strong, and he has an idea, because of everything Frieza's done throughout Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, that the Dragon Balls are actually on Earth. So they go down to Earth, and Paragus is actually playing Cooler this whole time, and that's why Frieza has to go in, because his brother's gone rogue and taken a complete section of his army away from whatever they're doing at the time, and so Frieza actually gets to fight Broly, but also Cooler. I think that would make fans crazy. It would make me crazy. That would be so freaking awesome, and also just another thing for them to sell with this movie. It might be a little too much to explain, but heck, they didn't really take a lot of time to explain King Cold, and they didn't actually give him a whole lot to do in that part of the story either. So I mean, anything is possible. Like I said, I don't really think that this is going to happen at any point in the future. I just think it would be pretty cool if Cooler actually shows up in this movie and we get some kind of interpretation of him in the main canon of the story. I think a lot of fans would really appreciate that. Plus, it would also allow us to jump into other stories in the future. Maybe at the end of all of this, Frieza kind of goes off in his way, a little bit more of a mutual respect between Goku and Vegeta and everyone else, and then Cooler kind of sinks away and promises revenge, and that's kind of the lead up into our next movie. That way this movie kind of also reintroduces a new character and finds a complete story to jump off of if they actually do a new series or they do another movie or any other way that they're going to continue this franchise, because one of the things we definitely know is that Dragon Ball is not going to end with this movie. It's going to reinterpret and reevaluate itself, and it's going to come back stronger than ever. At least we can possibly hope that. Fingers crossed with all of this. Would you like Cooler to come into this movie? Would you like him to be a part of it? Or do you think that's Frieza right there, and for whatever reason Frieza's working with Paragus and working with Broly? It's also possible that Paragus is just trying to play Frieza, but I don't see Frieza falling for that. But if they were to introduce Cooler, I think that he would fall for that, especially if he's trying to get one up on his brother. That just doesn't go well. So that's just a crazy theory. It's probably not going to come true. I just thought I would take some minutes to actually talk about it because I think that would be really awesome. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. It's been real.